Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So Omid Scobie is writing a new book about the Sussexes, and he is promising new information, things that the whole world will speak about. And I wonder what kind of more information can he contrive to get that Harry will not disclose in his book, unless he's going to do the whole story from Meghan's point of view and enter things that Harry probably didn't want written in his book. And Meghan decided to use Omid as her mouthpiece. This is the only reasons that I can think of that Omid Scobie is writing this book and promising to disclose information that will shock the world. After what happened to his Funding Freedom book, I wouldn't count on his book to become the next highest in the list of the book-selling books, and probably it will enter the $1 bin quite quickly, just as his Funding Freedom book did a few months after he published it. So this time he's not talking about a co-author, so I don't know, probably because his co-author is going to be Meghan herself. I don't know, but Caroline Durand is absent from his proclamation, at least. So I'm going to look into Scobie's career move and what is his purpose, what is motivating him, what are his responsibilities, and what kind of projects is he going to do, or how will his projects fare, and what are the potential rewards and the outcome of that book. So let's start. This is another mini version of the THELLMA Tarot, and I have to say that I am finding it very hard, although I have so many decks that are not mini version, I'm finding it harder and harder to shuffle them. I don't know, probably my hands are not as flexible as they used to be. I have to be very careful not to do some kinds of motions with the hands. Let's start with clearing the deck. Okay, so Omid Scobie career and his intention to publish a second book on the Sussexes. Omid Scobie career and his intention to publish a second book of the Sussexes. So cutting the deck, the first card is, what is Omid Scobie's purpose in doing that? What does he want to achieve? And I am getting the Fool. And the Fool is a card that speaks about several things. First of all, it is the first card in the Fool's journey in the major arcanas, and it is a beginning of a voyage. It is a beginning of this voyage of realizing the Fool's potential. It is a voyage that the Fool is taking in order to get to enlightenment. And usually it's like people who live in who believe in reincarnation. The Fool is being reincarnated, because in every time that he's starting the voyage, once again he's getting closer and closer to the awakening, or to that realization of what the world is about. So this is the very philosophical interpretation of what the Fool is about in the tarot. And when we're looking at the Fool card more closely, it speaks about freedom. It speaks about freedom that has no price, and a freedom that needs to become a reality. And this freedom is not only Omid's freedom, it can also be the Sussex's or Meghan's freedom, and the reasons why Meghan felt that she needed her freedom from the royal family. But this is also a card that shows us a person that is very reckless, someone who takes risks without obligations, someone who is hasty and has a lot of beginnings but no endings. Someone who is very agitated, someone who needs change and has false feelings, or is being believing that someone else has feelings towards him, but actually these are false feelings. And I think that this is the bait that Meghan is using to get Scobie on her wedding call list of people who would do everything for her, by letting him to believe that she has some kind of feelings towards him. And it doesn't have to be sexual feelings, but it could also be respect or other things that Scobie is not getting in his real life, and he is very thirsty for. So this is a card of someone who's frustrated from his current position, someone who is willing to do things that are even burning bridges. And this could very much burn, I think he's already burnt his bridges to the royal family, and the fact that he still holds this title of royal commentator is a joke. But this is even someone who is ignoring reality, ignoring obstacle. This is a card of LGBTQ person, and we know that Scobie is one. So but this is from the positive aspect of an oppressed person that is in need for freedom. I don't think that Omid Scobie is answering that checkbox, but he is an LGBTQ person. So this card can also represent someone from that group, and as I was saying, someone who is not looking at the prices that he might pay for the things that he's doing, because he is ignoring the obstacles, he's ignoring a reality, and he's burning the bridges behind him. Okay, so that's why he's doing the things that he's doing. So what other things are motivating Scobie in writing that book? And we get the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana, and a card of a major change. The change here is an internal change, a change that comes from the inside and then projects to the outside. So this is a very major change. This is something that also motivates Scobie, the need to see change beginning, change in the way that he's been treated, change in the way that his idol's been treated, but also this is a card of someone who is believing that everything is just happening for a reason, that everything is life lessons, that he can take destiny in his own hands. So this is why he's writing this book. So he was trying to instigate a change in other people's point of view of him and of Meghan by writing this book. So he wants that internal change in us. He's not willing to do that by himself. His idol is not willing to do that by herself. They are not the one that need to be changed to change. This is us that need to change. So Omid is taking destiny in his own hands. He's writing this book in hopes to change the perspective and the way that his idol is being portrayed by the media, by others, and that the way that we see her. So this is what Omid Scobie motivates him, another reason for him to write the book. The next card is, what are Scobie's responsibilities? What does he need to take care of? And maybe he doesn't. So let's see what he does. What is he responsible for? And we get the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a card of dreams that can become a reality. So Scobie is, in a way, feels that these dreams are his responsibility. It's like he's responsible to get those dreams realized for Meghan. This is also about his own dreams, to become this best-selling author, to become this very, let's say, respected person, respected royal reporter. So he has a lot of dreams that he wants them to become reality, and this is part of his responsibility to make those dreams come true. And this is also about Meghan's dreams and his feeling that he needs to, or that it's part of his responsibility to help her dreams to come true. Just one moment, someone is in the door. Okay, sorry about that disturbance. So as I was saying, the Seven of Cups is a card of dreams, and this is also, like all sevens, a card of getting out of your comfort zone. And in order to get those dreams reality, Omid needs to get out of his comfort zone. Meghan needs to get out of her comfort zone. But he's taking responsibility not only for his dreams, but also for her dreams. This is about him fulfilling that dream and making sure that he doesn't miss any opportunities. This is a card of fantasies. This is a card of being a person that has this tendency to fantasize instead of actually doing. This is a person who reads reality in a wrong way, someone who has tendency to miss opportunities, someone who struggles in detaching from his mother, from his parents, or from his idol in this case. So Omid is so attached to Meghan. Everything that she says, it's like his something from the Bible for him, and he's unable to detach himself from her, and he takes her dreams upon himself. So he believes that he is the one that needs to make those dreams a reality. Okay, so how can we describe his next project, that next book of his? And it is going to be a disappointment. That is what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. And this is another seven. And as I was saying, sevens are cards that are calling the querent to get out of his comfort zone if he wants to realize what his wishes or his desires, or in the Pentacles suit, it's about his needs. But in the Seven of Pentacles, we see disappointment from reality. And if you are willing to get out of your comfort zone, then you are ready to do whatever it takes to find the truth. So this book is going to be a disappointment. This is going to be not only a disappointment for him, but also for Meghan, for every one of the Sussex squad that is waiting for this book to discover new things that others never talked about, because he's not really ready to see reality as it is, because he's not ready to do whatever it takes to find the real truth, because he is not ready to get out of his comfort zone. So this is a card of someone who is confused, and confusion that leads to fantasies. So these two cards are going together, a confusion that leads to fantasies. This is a card of someone who is daydreaming in a way, not really grounded, not seeing reality as it is, disappointed from everything that is, especially in everything that is connected to work, and ready sometimes even to take risks in order to get his dreams realized. But the real risks that Omid needs to take are the risks of seeing reality as it is, not coming out with a second book. But if he does come out with a second book, really write the truth in it, see reality as it is, do the work that you need to do in order for that book to be really a sensation. But he's unable to do that, and because of that, that is going to be another flop, another disappointment. So what are the potential rewards for Scobie from this book? And I am getting the 9 of Swords. Oh God, this is painful. Okay, 9 of Swords, that's a card of worry, and this is a justified worry. So this is going to be his reward. This is like really painful, because he's not going to get much from that book, and not even in everything that is connected to a feeling that he at least obliged his queen, because this is a card that shows us that he is going to experience the worst. This is a person that is going with open eyes into a sick bed. This is a person that is failing. This is a person that is unable to do the right thing, a person that takes the wrong judgment, a person that is meddling with dark affairs. This is a card of disasters. This is a card of unpleasant things, of gloominess, of self-destruction, of wrong choices, of choosing not to see the real difficulties, not to see reality as it is. This is a card of someone who has trouble cutting out what is not helping him to go forward with his life, because he's unable to do that. So this is really, I mean, like one of the worst cards in the decks, and this is what is coming in Omid Scobie's future after he publishes this book. So that's his reward. And what is the general outcome of this whole thing? And we get the Ace of Cups. So now the Ace of Cups is badly aspected, because it came right after the 9 of Swords. And the Ace of Cups is not a guard of success. It is, even when it is we're talking about the positive aspects of this card, it is a card of flow and renewal in the material world. It is a card of freedom. It is a card of believing that you deserve more. This is a card of believing that you deserve everything. This is a card also of a lot of emotions. When it is badly aspected, aspected, it shows us fears. It shows us people that are letting emotions control them and act because of that, acting without logic. This is a card of someone who is going through an unrequited love. And I would say that the relationship between Scobie and Meghan are something in the sorts of unrequited love that Omid has for her. It doesn't have to be a sexual love. It can also be all kinds of love, because she's unable, she's incapable of really feeling love. She only shows her content or discontent according to your results. So he was markled in a way because his previous book did not succeed. It was ridiculed. It did not do what it was supposed to do. It did not make people believe Meghan that she went through hell when she was in the royal family. Actually, the other way around. So that was a failure, and Omid really went through a very difficult emotional time, realizing that Meghan's affections towards him are in a perpendicular line to his accomplishments. So if he succeeds, then she will love him more. If not, she will not. So it is going like this, something like this. So he needs to succeed in that book in order for her to show some emotions to her. So, but he is really full of emotions. So this is showing that he's unable to see reality, that he's completely unstable, that he really falsely believes that everything will be okay. He really believes that his book will be a success, and he's trusting the wrong people, and because of that he is destined to fail. He's destined to worry. He's destined to feel even worse. So his feelings are going to be even more affected by this book. This book is not going to bring him the success that he's craving. It's going to bring him not only failure, but also a lot of anger. Is going to be remarked if he was re-entered to the small circle of the Sussexes. He will be thrown out again. River, in one of his videos about Scobie, said that he had inside information that Scobie was markled in that period of time, which was a few months ago. So now I suppose that after Tom Bauer's book, Meghan is using Omid and his feelings towards her and his wish to satisfy her in order to get him to be her mouthpiece, to get him to write the book in the way that she wants that book written, in the way that she wants to, let's say, go against all of the accusations or allegations in Tom Bauer's book. So this is her way of getting back at Tom Bauer, or because she knows she cannot sue back Tom Bauer. She knows she'll lose, and she also already suffered another loss in her case with her sister. And I mean, there are so many lawsuits that you can file, and Harry has now filed another lawsuit against the Home Office. So, and she knows that this is a hopeless case to file a suit against Tom Bauer. So her only hope is to give Omid Scobie the ability to write another book, another hagiography, and write it from her perspective and write what she wants him to write. So this is the outcome. time. He's going to be really feeling it very severely. He's going to be in big depression, and this is because this book is destined to fail. Then he will altogether feel that, not only because of his feeling failure, but also because she will let him feel it even stronger. Okay, so that's the tarot, and the oracle deck is the Creator's Oracle. And just let me put this aside. So let's see what kind of energy or advice can the oracle give Omid Scobie. Okay, so advice for, oh, wait a minute. First I have to clear the deck, so let's just clear the deck. Okay, so energy and advice for Omid Scobie on writing another book about the Sussexes. Energy of advice for Omid Scobie on writing a second book about the Sussexes. Okay, so the card that I'm getting is Creator Fire. So this is what a creator needs in order to create. You need that fire, and you need that creative fire, that spark that will allow you to create, to actually make that start creating. In order to start a creation, you need that spark, that one's energy, that fire energy that will allow you to create. So that's one very reasonable energy and advice. And another one is change maker make waves. Okay, so this card is speaking about a change maker that makes waves. So he really believes that his book will make waves. But this card is actually telling him that he needs to change the way that he makes the book if he wants to make waves. He needs to change the way that he sees reality. He needs to start seeing reality in the right way in order to actually be able to make waves. So he needs to change everything in the way that he's doing things if he wants to succeed. This is what this card is actually about. So this is an advice. This is a very good advice, something that Omid Scobie will not take into consideration, but we can only hope. Okay, so this is it for this reading, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.